Everyone at Hawthorne Enterprises knew Elsie, the quiet girl in the faded uniform who brought tea and cleaned floors with her eyes down and her pride buried. "Hurry up, girl. This floor still looks like your salary. Cheap." That voice? Amanda Hawthorne, daughter of the founder, heiress to a billion-dollar empire, and a master in public humiliation. She threw parties in the boardroom and used Elsie as a footstool, literally. But what Amanda didn't know was that Elsie was watching every detail, memorizing every document Amanda left behind, listening, learning, every cruel order, every careless conversation. Elsie soaked it in like sunlight in a storm. She wasn't born a maid, she was made one. 3 years ago, her father, a respected professor and early investor in Hawthorne, died in a car crash that didn't look like an accident. The company erased his name, stole his shares, and pushed his daughter into silence, until Elsie cleaned the wrong floor and found the right file. Buried under Amanda's desk, misfiled, forgotten, was a legal document. Her father's signature, his shares, still active. She didn't scream, she didn't cry, she photocopied, then she vanished. For 9 months, nobody heard from her. The maid disappeared. Amanda barely noticed. But while Amanda was celebrating her promotion with champagne, Elsie was in Singapore, with lawyers, with allies, with her father's original partners, angry, betrayed, and just as hungry for justice as she was. On a Monday that started with mockery, everything changed. Amanda walked into the boardroom with her usual smirk, until the doors opened and the girl she'd once ordered to scrub her shoes walked in wearing heels sharper than knives and a black dress worth more than Amanda's car. "Who let the help in here?" Amanda laughed. Elsie placed a leather folder on the table. "I own 42% of this company," she said, "effective immediately." Silence hit harder than any slap. Board members stared. One dropped his pen. Another stood up in shock. "That's impossible," Amanda hissed. "She's just a maid." Elsie opened the folder. Shareholder agreements, transfer records, legal endorsements, all signed, all real, all final. Power shifted instantly. Amanda lunged at her. "You stole this! You forged it!" "No," Elsie whispered. "You threw it away." And then she played the audio. A secret recording. Amanda bragging about sabotaging Elsie's father, mocking his death, admitting the crash was worth it. The boardroom fell apart. Chairs scraped. Phones dialed. Lawyers ran in. Amanda's face drained. Justice didn't knock. It walked in wearing heels and holding receipts. Elsie didn't scream. She didn't need to. She was voted CEO by end of day. Amanda escorted out in handcuffs for corporate fraud and obstruction. But the real twist? That night, as Elsie sat alone in her father's office, now hers, a small envelope waited on the desk. No return address, no markings. Inside was a photo. Her father, standing with 3 men in suits, one circled in red. On the back, 2 words: "He's next." Because Amanda was just the beginning. They thought it was over. It wasn't. Elsie sat behind the CEO's desk of Hawthorne Enterprises. Her name gleamed on the office door. Her enemies scattered, silenced. But victory doesn't come without shadows. The photo haunted her. Her father smiling, 4 men beside him, one circled in red. The note: "He's next." She flipped it over and whispered the name. Victor Vane. The name echoed like thunder in her chest. Victor, silent partner, venture capitalist, the real puppeteer behind Amanda. The man who ordered her father's shares buried. The man who signed off on the accident. She knew what she had to do, but this wasn't about company meetings anymore. This was deeper, deadlier. Victor wasn't just another executive, he was the system. So she set a trap. A new tech division announced publicly. A fake leak about a multi-billion-dollar expansion. Victor took the bait, flew in under the radar, demanded a meeting. "You're smart," he said, shaking her hand. Too smart to play the victim. Elsie smiled. She was playing the long game. What Victor didn't know? She'd wired the room. Every word, every lie, every threat. Your father was weak, he said. He hesitated. I fixed that. She didn't flinch. She recorded it all. Then she stood, walked to the window, and dropped the final bomb. Victor, she said, you no longer own 17% of this company. He blinked. What? She turned to him. I bought it, quietly, through proxies, last month. Impossible. No, just invisible. Power shifted again. She'd stripped him of his shares, frozen his assets, filed charges. The security team walked in. You're under arrest for conspiracy to commit murder, corporate fraud, and tampering with evidence. He didn't laugh. He didn't beg. He only said, You think this ends with me? She stared him down. I don't think. I know. As they dragged him out, he smiled, not in fear, in warning. Later that night, a knock came. Her assistant handed her a USB. No name, just a black symbol. She plugged it in. A single video loaded, grainy, old. Her father, speaking to someone in shadow. If anything happens to me, follow the chain, but be warned, Victor is only the first link. The screen went black. Then a final message. Code name, Ivory Circle. They killed to stay hidden. Now they know your name. Justice was served.